And there was queues in lots of places, like from here to the back door. And the bulk of them in the strip shows to go in were women. I thought, I thought a lot of girls go there for probably parties and things, but that's all they seem to do. It's amazing how many there were around the place. Oh, listen, just one other funny thing is when I was on the train somewhere, and I bought that duffel bag I told you about, and being very clever, I threw my passport in there because it was a carry bag thing, and that was all I had to carry. And for some reason, I couldn't find the key to open it. I ordered a lock and a key. Couldn't open it, so I was on my way out on the train, half-hour train from Rome out to the airport, and I was getting panicky because my passport was locked in this little case, you see. So I thought I'll have to find someone at the airport with a pair of side clips or some bloody thing to open it. And I thought, well, I'll do my best, I'll just ask anyone I see that looks like they know what they're doing. So I was walking down a ramp, and there were 3 policemen on the ramp, 2 of them talking to 2 guys, one bloke standing back. So I sort of pushed in, I said, look, I've got a bit of a problem, you can help me. And once again, you're lucky, if they speak English, good English, you've got no worries. And this bloke was good, so he said, what's up? And I said, well, look, I've got this bag, I've got to get it open to get a passport to get on the plane, which was in 2 hours or something. And he just took it off me, and he said, I'll just have a look at it. And with that, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a biro, and he put the biro as quick as this, I'm telling you, and he just put it through the zipper in the middle, and opened it up. And I looked at him, and I couldn't help but laugh, and the other 2 police had finished with the guys, and they were all laughing at what he'd done in about 5 seconds. And I looked at him and said, that's pretty clever. He said, before I was a policeman, I was a thief.
One of the questions on the list is, would you do it again? I'd do it again tomorrow, and I think most of the guys in the group enjoyed it that much as well. It was worth every cent, and it was certainly worth the time.
Vince, can you put that photo up of the bike?
I've already just while we're getting that photo up, one thing that I thought was quite remarkable is that when we were over there, my thoughts went back to some years ago when Ian at the back started the group, and there were about 4 or 5 of us, Vince and a couple of others, sitting around a little table wondering if this would ever get off the ground. And we spent some time, well over a year and a half, getting on to 2 years, thinking like that and picking up a member here and there. Now, of course, it's a very, very large group, which is quite extraordinary. And I think it's very remarkable that the group has got the potential to get together 8 people like this that are ready to come out of the group, some of them with partners and wives, and go to the other side of the world to do an activity that is actually initiated by the men. Very often happens, I find, in Australia, that the women are the social activists. They're the ones that get out and suggest things and the men tag along. But in our group, it seems to be the reverse. The men are active in doing what they're doing. And when something comes up, the wives and the partners tag along and become good mates that way. So it's a sort of an unusual, it's developed an unusual dynamic, but it is quite remarkable that the 8 of us, with some wives and partners, actually took this on, because the logistics of this are not simple. It's not like going to Lorraine to see a museum. It's something else again. And I would say that speaks in a very loud voice for our group.
This picture you have here is work in progress. It was developed by one of the guys that's here today, and I believe there's going to be a patent out on it. And how successful it was, I just don't know. Maybe we can get told just how comfortable it was, but it gives an in to be tall in the saddle, doesn't it? It does. You got anything to say about this, John?
This John.
That money?
Yeah. That's your seat.
Would have been better if the money thing on the front wheel would have been easier, right? Not bad, I reckon. Yeah. Bit of side saddle stuff there. But that thing we were talking about, we had in trouble with the bikes, at the very top of the photo of the bike, there's a clip that goes there, and there's a mud guard, and they put you've seen a lot of them, I suppose, they put the battery underneath it. But if you didn't contacts were with the battery, the thing just died on it. And those e-bikes were pretty heavy, I can tell you. You really got to sort of try and pedal them up there. But Steve came up with an idea to, if you could get some pressure on it, so a few of us went and got some sticks and bits and branches and stuff, lifted the thing up, it's high-tech stuff this, and put it underneath, and then the spring come down, it would hold your coat or your bag or anything, and that would keep enough pressure on the battery to hold it together to get going. So we, a few bush mechanics make a big difference. But none of that stuff's mine, it's rubbish.
Too much marijuana.
Just another thing quickly, on the temperatures, it was a heat wave, you may have realised, while we were over there, and Steve and I flew directly to Dubai, and this is true. We got out of the airport, you could get out of the airport, it was gearing up, it's the biggest airport in the world, it was gearing up to bring in 9 million visitors per year. It's currently doing between 4 and 6. It's an unbelievable place, and just building and building and building. We walked out of the airport and it was 50 degrees, right on the number of 50 degrees. Couldn't wait to get in the cab, and a couple of times we went out on the monorail to go to see different things, and that, you virtually couldn't stay out of the air conditioning for very long at all, because it knocked you over, it was that bad. But it was that bad, we flew there to Finland, to Helsinki, and it was 32 degrees in Helsinki, and they didn't see temperatures like that for years. So that's how hot it was. It was lesser than that, but still very hot all the way around the place. So we probably picked a bad time to go. The rest of the trip was great.
Talking about July, I was there in 1960 when it was just a camel carport. Didn't have bloody air conditioning then.
Still can't drink the water. Can't drink the tap water if you like. Believe that.
Guys, are there any questions at all? It's a kind of hush.
Another thing, if you ever go to Europe and get around here, there's more bloody Australians and New Zealanders than you can absolutely ever imagine. We struck them everywhere, just about everywhere you went. There were Australians or New Zealanders, mainly Australians. They came mainly from Melbourne, but I reckon if you just counted one or a group as one, I reckon I bumped into at least 40 groups of Australians around the place going. They're everywhere. You can pick them. You hear the language, obviously, separate to everything else, and they're very easy to pick up, and most of the noisy Australians. But it's amazing Australians travelling around, so you're not going to be out of step if you go over there, all ages, and it was very interesting to see them all out there.
As you can see now, we've got a few photos there of Dubai and so on. I gather these are yours, are they, John?
Probably some of those. Yeah, that one is. Yeah, the bloke that was out, that's, I don't know whether it's a church or got to the stage where a couple of married blokes in the trip, not our married blokes, but every time we wanted to go and see a church, they said, "I'm not a bloody church." That's the sort of thing we were on, pretty much. The barges are really well done. We were in one about that size, and a smaller one, but they're very comfortable, they're very well done actually. They look a little bit rough from the outside, but they're very nice inside with dining rooms and everything's there that you want, good bars and the food's good, so they're not a bad way to get around if you want to do they're not like the ones that go down to Prague and those places, they're 5-8 star or whatever the hell they are, but it's worthwhile just getting around on those because they're a lot cheaper. That's a friend of mine's house in Tuscany. And that's interesting, if you've ever heard of the Palio, that's that mad horse race they do. It's only done once a year, like the Melbourne Cup, and I was there on the bloody one day. It's the photos I took that's about 10 o'clock, and by about 4 o'clock the place was pandemonium. They're lunatics, those blokes on those horses. That's Salerno down in this. You see that road up there? I took a motor scooter for about 30 kilometres, and it's all it is, it's the only straight road in the whole place. It's all U-beams, and you've got to back up when the buses come around the corners with a 3,000-foot drop on one side. It's a lot of fun. That's Positano. That's on the Amalfi Coast. That's an amazing place if you ever get down lower than Rome on the Italian coast. It's the Amalfi Coast. Some of the sceneries you go on, they take you out on the boats from Salerno, and they go out to the Blue Grotto and all those places. There's about 8 places you can go to. They build these houses anywhere. It's unbelievable. And there's roads going up to all of them. Very popular with the tourists. See that? Just knock them in wherever they can. There's a story to that hole, but I'll leave that out. That's another place I went. Pompeii was pretty interesting. That's behind the Colosseum. That lady there, you might have seen that before, it's been around for years. They pulled her out of the ash, and she's just exactly as she was then when Vesuvius went up back in the Everest. Just amazing. All the wealthy people go to the Amalfi Coast. I think some of the boats and the ships that were in there are unbelievable. Most of them privately owned. That there is going up about 300 feet, and that's the road to one house. And it goes from up as far again. How they ever made that, I don't know. And there's just one house up the top. It's a big one, but he's paid for that himself. That's inside the little grotto on the Isle of Capri. That's interesting. Except the hole to get into the place is only about, from the water line, let's say high tide's only about 3 feet, so you've got to lie on the bottom of the boat to get in. The Colosseum, to the right of the Colosseum. They're just all around the Colosseum, everywhere the ruins go for miles. That's Singapore. That's interesting. We're sitting up there having a beer, which is one of the better parts, I think. It sits on 3 buildings. You can just see 2 of them. It's the third one. And it's shaped like a boat, and all along the front of those windows are at the very top is an infinity pool. It's about 150 foot long. You've got the city this side and the harbour the other. This is interesting in Singapore. This is hanging gardens. This is in a dome, air-conditioned dome. It's must be one of the biggest domes in the world, I think. That's about 150 foot, that top to the bottom. They've got every known plant there. I tested them out. I went looking for a boa tree. I thought they won't have a boa tree, but they had 4 of them. That's that pool I'm talking about. I paid €20 to go up there for 15 minutes and have one beer. That's also in the gardens outside that dome I was telling you about. You go up in a lift and walk around these things, and they have these strobe lights and light shows just about every night. Hundreds and hundreds of people go into the parks and just sit around and watch it. You can walk around those and through the daytime too. It's very well set up. Keep your eyes off the second one in the front, she's mine. She was a darling. She's a nurse from Belgium.
Guys, are there any other questions at all? Steve? No. Okay, just hold on. I want to thank Vince and John. There's a question there. We've got a microphone, you can push the button up. Hello.
Yeah, I was wondering how do you go with accommodation? Did you pre-book in advance or just from day to day, you know? So you're in advance? In advance. Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. That's all. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Okay.